Mr. It's Gavahi, right? Is that how we pronounce your last name, Gavahi?
Govahi.
I beg your pardon,
Yes.
Govahi. Yes,
Yes.
it is so nice to meet you today. Thank you so much for joining me. We're two Canadians, coast to coast, here joining together today.
Right.
It is very, very generous of you to give your time to this project. And basically, I am reaching out to leaders like yourself in terms of talking to job seekers out there on what it takes to get seen, heard, and hired, which is actually the name of my book. And so I've got two questions for you today. As an angel investor and co-finding so many organizations in your past, you've seen a number of resumes, of course, come your way. Where do you find your eyes landing first on the resume? Where do you find searching or looking at the resume, like the first section you look at?
That's a very good question and a very interesting concept because when you are looking at uh, at adding a person or a source to your team, the purpose is the most important thing, and
Yes.
it leads you towards where to start. To me, it's different. If
Yeah.
I'm hiring an engineer, I'm looking at the education experience. That's the first thing, and then
Okay.
I go to look at who I'm talking about. First, I want to make sure that the guy is a qualified person for that position, and then I will look into, okay, is qualified, and now is he a match to my company culture?
Okay.
Does he have the personality? And
Yes.
that becomes the
In the
next,
interview.
yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
exactly. But for them to get into your office for an interview, so example, you are typically looking for engineers, I know in your field of investments and work, you look at their education first, if they seem to have the concepts that you need in order to, render the ideas to fruition.
It's an education and experience, but if it is like going to a specific like kind of engineering position that you need to fill or something that is very important, uh, mm, but after that, if it is an administration or something, I always look into like the person. Who
Of
am I
course.
talking to?
Okay.
The looking to find if because administration, I'm not downgrading the administration, but this is the most important thing. In
Mm-hmm.
administration, marketing, HR, or any of those, you want to
Yes.
see if that is the right person in your team that can
Exactly.
be in that collaborative environment, make it match the culture that you are creating in your company.
Well, then that leads me to the second question about interviews, and you bring up a really good point. So I'd love to know maybe how you assess if they are a match in with your culture. Do you have any particular questions you like to ask, or is it just a feeling? How do you assess?
Yes, good one.
Give us your
Uh,
secret questions.
Laura, sometimes when you enter the room, you feel the vibe and energy. It's all about the energy in the person. It's about the positivity. And so the questions, I really like to let the interview talk. I
Mm.
need them to talk about themselves. I need them to talk about their experience, their lifestyle, those type of thing that gives me makes me think about okay, how they are thinking, how they are acting, and having a couple of specific items in like dealing with the crisis, dealing with the pressure, those type of questions
Yes.
are not specifically asking, well, how do you work in the pressure time? No, but I just
No.
want to bring an example to see, okay, how they are thinking or acting in those specific situations.
Exactly.
So it's all about having a conversation.
Yes.
During the conversation, into let the people tell their stories
Yes.
and talk about themselves, their lifestyle, and then you can analyze to see what am I thinking in this side
Of
of the thing.
course. Do you like to look at their hobbies? Do you like to look at their extracurricular activities? Do you
That's
enjoy to
right.
read about it and talk about it with them?
That's right. Sometimes if there's a match, some
Yeah.
like I love tennis. If they have tennis in play, I'd like to talk about the tennis and see how their
Mm.
vision about the tennis. All of those things, the hobbies, and the hobbies by listing in the hobbies, it shows the how the people notice the most need about the lifestyle and the character of the people. This is
Absolutely.
very important. I always believe that you can
Yeah.
you can teach, you can you can deliver you can make the people to be educated and experienced, but you can never change the character.
You're right. Absolutely. You can
All
never
my
change the
strategy
character.
has always been hire the people, teach them the job.
Exactly.
And
It's
they
fabulous.
have to have a minimum, they have to have like a eagerness to work,
Of course.
love to see your to be part of your team and eager to learn. But that's all that is important.
Absolutely. And interested in your projects and having done a little bit of research. But sometimes, actually, I've got a very good question because I'm putting myself in the shoes of a candidate right now. So I know also from my background, I do know a little bit about venture capital and venture-backed companies. And many times these companies are very private. We don't really know what they're producing. They don't even have a website sometimes. Sometimes they don't even have a press release. So how would a candidate be able to prepare to meet you when they don't really know maybe the exact project that you're working on, or they don't know your company? So they can't really do much research and come in with an enthusiasm about your project if they're not really clear on it. What advice would you give in this situation?
I would if I am going to see to be in a company and I don't can't find anything about the current project they have, there might be something in it. I would look into the industry. I would look into look into the trend of the market. I would
There you
see
go.
position. They
Yes.
would have a vision and mission at least published. I would
Yes.
look into their vision and I see, okay, how can I be a part of that? And look into the mission, how I can help there. And if I will create, okay, this is this location, this is the position I can be very helpful. And I get excited about that position. And that's why multiple application, just putting your resume everywhere, it will never work. It will just, it rust you out looking for a job and it becomes a routine thing, which is not right. You have to be very selective,
Yes.
find something that you are passionate about,
Yes.
find something that you can have an impact. And
Yes.
well, I guarantee you, you increase your chances of getting an interview and getting a job by like at least 70% if you
Oh,
have
I agree.
that thing. So, but if you are just pumping your resume out to every job available there, it's never gonna happen.
No, the resume is, I always tell candidates, it is your marketing brochure and it's practically a love letter. You have to know your subject, you have to know your audience and speak to their mission, speak
Yeah,
to their projects and industry. So that's a really good answer. That's amazing.
that's it.
Well, I really don't want to take much of your time because I really appreciate this, but is there anything that can we follow you? Is there anything interesting that's coming up? As an angel investor, what are the latest industries that you find maybe might be undervalued and that you're um,
Yeah.
taking interest in?
Yeah, I am. Uh, I became very passionate and very interested in clean tech and environmental friendly technologies. Any
Okay,
technologies that can help with the environment since 2016, 2017, and I've been trying to stay in that zone. And in
okay,
anybody that I am engaged, I will ask to bring up a project or something that is
fabulous.
environmental friendly and showing some impact. Being
Okay,
impactful, saving the planet, saving
yes.
green and environment is my main passion. And whenever I'm looking at any of the industries, that is my main first thing. Technologies are going forward. There are lots of things, knock on wood, are going in the right direction.
Yes.
But the saving the environment without I think, is the most critical thing that all the human beings should be focused on.
I couldn't agree more. That's absolutely. You know what? I'm going to stop the recording, but after I
Okay.
stop, I want you to just hang out with me for one more minute because I have a
Okay.
professor in California that maybe you might be interested to connect with. So I'll talk about
Okay.
it off camera for just one
Sure.
minute. I know you're very busy, but
Sure.
I'll leave it at that. I want to thank you so very much. We're going to publish your LinkedIn profile so people can follow your projects and connect with you if there's anything interesting that they can collaborate with you on. And
Okay.
again, I really thank you for your time and this incredible insight from an angel investor who has founded. How many companies have you founded? Can you say?
So far, it's been like I'm working with three, four. I'm working on the fourth one, but three is my number.
That's fabulous. That is so wonderful. We're blessed to have angel investors in the country. We're
Thank,
very, especially in Canada, we're very blessed. So we thank you
thank
for
you.
that because it creates, the backbone of the economy. It just flourishes. So on that note, I'll stop the recording and I'll
Thank
talk to you about somebody that I'd like to connect you with. So thank you
you.
so much again, Mr. Govahi.
Go bye.
All right. I want to make sure. All right. See you in a second.